Yeah, is that almost kind of weird? Because I could imagine like you living next door to your neighbors for like long periods of time, and they never have any fucking clue, and then all of a sudden something happens that they get like tipped off.
They like see through the window, like me, like walking around naked. They're like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, like or like never mind a Google search or something, and
Well,
then yeah.
honestly, it happens so many times. I was getting my makeup done for trans scene, and my makeup artist was doing my makeup, and then like I was talking about like my dick, and then the artist was just like, "Oh, you're the trans model," and I'm like, "Yeah, hi," because like people just don't know.
Right.
And also I think that it's not only just like the surgery I had because I was still passable before, but also just like the feminine energy and just like when you walk into the room, there's no like question about like, oh, I mean, is that a man? Is that a woman? Is that any of that? I think that is just very natural.
Right. So when it comes to passing, because that was another thing I was interested in the conversation during that panel.
Yeah.
It's like on one hand, I feel like some trans people seem kind of like allergic to the idea of really like judging each other fundamentally based on how passing they are.
Yeah.
But then there's also like the Wii Spa thing that they've brought up as an example where it's like if you are making no attempt to pass, then you certainly shouldn't be entering into women's spaces and
Facts.
just to freak people out, you know? So it's like how is that like sort of graded? And is there that like weird thing where like you want to pass and you want to like let other people know that you feel like they're passing, but then at the same time there's something kind of ugly about like acknowledging it too much?
Oh, you're talking like clocking, like kind of like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Pass, clock. I might be using my
yeah,
words wrong here. Sorry.
So clocking is like someone acknowledging it, and then passing is like if you pass or not. But
Okay.
so I would say that I'm as much as a woman as my first time taking my estrogen as I am today. But the social construct and my perception is very different. So I feel like a lot of times, like, oh, don't misgender somebody. It's like sometimes it's not your fault if you just perceive them that way. So I would say that I can be misperceived. So if you misperceive me as a man, like at the beginning of my transition, I don't think it's any fault of yours. But if I say I'm like, hey, I would rather go by she, her, like I'm trying, my hardest. And if you still want to call me a man, then that's misgendering. That's like an asshole thing to do.
Yeah.
But if someone's really trying, if they're trying to like live their life as their preferred gender, and this is taking non-binary out of the question, this is talking about binary trans women and men, I do think that like it is our duty to mention that, but not in a weird way. And like, oh, by the way, I just want to use she, her pronouns or he, him, instead of saying, you have to call me this. Because the hostility and that aggressiveness doesn't get anywhere and it just creates a barrier that now nobody's going to get along. But the world has gone around for so long. Trans people have been around for a very long time. But still, being a minority, I think that a lot of times you have to speak up for yourself, but not in a hostile way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. So, okay. A lot of people probably want to know. Well, I can inform you. Yes, she still has a penis. You already mentioned it multiple times. Is there any part of you that wants to say goodbye and cancel that out of your life, or is it you're just rocking with it for life?
So I had my balls cut off. Back in 2017. I was on Daily Mail for it too.
Wow,
so.
I did not know this was a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's called an orchiectomy. So I was taking spironolactone, which is a testosterone blocker, and it was giving me like the worst pain, like neck pain, back pain. I felt so dry. My joints were hurting. So I was like, you know what? Let me just cut them off. So I had them removed to really help with my like stability, my hormonal, to keep it all even and stable. And so I don't have to take testosterone blockers. I just take my estrogen, my progesterone, which helps with breast growth and your libido, and then a couple of other things. So,
Really?
yeah.
Wow. That's dope.
But at the end of the day, I would keep it because especially like I'm strictly bisexual. Like, I love men and women. So I like having
But
it.
so no balls equals no cum.
No, I can still come.
Oh, less?
It's crazy. So a biology lesson. So your balls, I think your balls have the sperm, and then your prostate has the semen.
Okay.
So it's the white stuff and the clear stuff. So that's why if you come and it stays there for like 10 minutes, it just turns clear because the sperm's dead. So the liquid, so it literally comes, it's like honey almost. It's like super sticky. It's like glue. That's crazy.
I feel like I should know more about what my own body is doing. But okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So no, I still orgasm. I still have everything. It's honestly, Having my balls removed is more of
Aesthetic thing.
I feel like it's more of a female orgasm, honestly. I don't know.
Really?
But it's more full body. I can feel it on my face. I can feel it on my toe. It's like full body is crazy.
Wow.
And then also I feel like it's instead of one and done, it can go back to back.
Really?
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, technology. Yo, we just hit 400,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. So if you want to help us out, click subscribe, get us to 500K. Yeah.